in the ball game for sure. It's 7-4, and I think they're going to get a good solid performance tonight.
Rod Hall will work it up floor. Florida A&M will go back man-to-man pressure here. Jordan Roper in the ball game. They're controlling it. We'll give it to Hall, trying to get it to Grantham, knocked away, picked up Blossom game. Now Rattlers look like settle back in some zone pressure, trying to dump it low to Jete, and out of bounds it goes. So 17 seconds on the shot clock. Ball will go baseline.
Sometimes the best way to get some momentum on offense is to pick it up on defense. And you see the Rattlers, Coach Samuels, nailing it up a notch on defense, a little more aggressive, a couple more double teams, added to the energy level of Florida A&M.
Rod Hall back outside to Roper against the zone pressure. Hall will try to drive, does so, puts it off the glass, and good. 4 for Rod Hall here in the early going. Tigers by 5, 9-4. Foster, forecourt against the man-to-man pressure of the Tigers. Will drive it against Jete, off the glass, and good. Earns himself an opportunity at a three-point play the Naismith way.
Well, there's the play of the game so far for A&M. Foster not afraid to go up against a 6'10 defender. Giving away about a foot there. Still able to get the hoop and one.
Good body control. So Foster at the line. Shooting his first free throw in an A&M uniform, and it's up no good. Rebounded out there by the Tigers. Roper, feeder to Grantham, left corner, back outside to Hall. Again, Florida A&M. Pick up a little switching defense, create a steal. 3-on-2 the other way for the Rattlers. Blocked by Grantham out of bounds. Well, Grantham doing his best KJ McDaniels impersonation there.
Again, and there's your first block for Grantham. Not shy at all. Immediately making an impact for the Tigers and being aggressive. And when you have that eraser like that, takes a turnover and turns it into a block shot.
Obviously, for the last several years here in Clemson, KJ McDaniels, and now rookie for the Philadelphia 76ers. A scoring, rebounding, and blocking machine for Brad Brownell's Tigers.
Well, 6 minutes into the season, you hate to start making comparisons, but they play a similar game.
They do. Shot up, put up inside, no good. And down on the ground, and we're going to get a hell ball situation. Actually, looks like
little
player
elbow to
hold
the nose ball game, and they'll look to him for leadership throughout the season.
Kyrie Lee will check back in. Dump it low. Jumper put up and good. So Halo with the hoop. Draws Florida A&M to within a point here. Grantham for 3. No, off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Rattlers. Rutley in the forecourt. Keeping that dribble alive. Get it back right corner. Take the 3 ball. No good. Rebounded by Josh Smith inside for the Tigers. Rod Hall on transition. Austin Ajukwa, 4-3.
We mentioned the deep bench for Coach Brownell. He's not afraid to use it. He's got a couple of guards. He thinks he can get a spark coming off the bench with the outside shot. We've already seen that they've got the sides down low. A lot of weapons for Brownell.
12-8. Tigers by 4. 13.5 to go first half. Rutley stops in the drive. We're getting a 3-second lane violation call. Camerly was checking out in the paint a little too long. C15 just setting up in the paint. Only allowed 3 seconds in there. Got caught. Ajukwa feed it between the circles to Roper. Now to Hall. Low block Smith. Jump hook. Got it. Josh Smith's first points of the 2014-15 season. Tigers by 6. 14-8.
Clemson goes to man-to-man.
They'll be in that man-to-man for the most of the evening. Very rarely will you see Brad Brownell's club go to a zone. Foster with 12 in the shot clock. Roper, good defense on him. Drives it inside, puts up the hope. Smith with a rebound, lead to Ajukwa, can't finish. fight for it loose inside. As Juco on the floor comes up with it. And we're going to get a foul call, I believe, here on the Rattlers. And we will.
Well, it's going to be so discouraging for the Rattlers on offense as these guards battle to get by that tough man-to-man pressure defense. And as soon as they get by, they get underneath and they run into a couple of 6'9" and 6'10" defenders.
Foul called on Foster. His first. Hall will inbound it to Ojukwu. Look at to Roper. Back to Ojukwu over to Ron Hall. Grantham at the right high post. Knocked loose. Stays with it though. Ojukwu will square up. Take the three. Short, no good. Rebounded inside, and they get a foul on the floor, they say. And that will go against Rutley.
So much of rebounding, and I'm sure Charles Barkley will tell you this lesson, is all about positioning and anticipation. And when you have the anticipation and you get position and you have the size like Smith does, you're gonna find yourself on that foul line a lot.
Get our first look at the freshman out of Shelby, North Carolina for the Tigers, Gabe DeVoe. Guy that led the Tar Heel State in scoring as a senior in high school with 34 points a game. Shot no good by Smith. And here is Rutley with it. Foster picked up by Ojukwu. Rutley for three, no good. DeVoe with a rebound. Give it off to Roper, squaring up, taking the three, got it. Roper makes it a 9-point lead for the Tigers at 17-8. 11 and a half and counting first half.
5 different Tigers have scored tonight.
See the field goal percentage there. Field goals for the Tigers so far. 7 of 15. DeVoe able to tip the missed shot over to Ojukwu. Nice spin dribble. Back to DeVoe. 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebounded Rutley. Feeding it to Foster. Stolen by DeVoe. Able to save it to his teammate Ojukwu. In the corner. Grantham for three. No. Rebounded by the Rattlers.
This may be a key point of the ball game for the Rattlers now. The tempo was really picked up. They've gotten a little careless with the basketball, and there's always that danger right now on the road. A very inexperienced team of letting this game get away from them too early. Foster,
Rutley in the paint from 8. Shot at 7. And a rebounding foul as Grantham grabs it. Will go against Rutley.
Just a frustration foul for Rutley, fouling after missing the relatively easy 4-footer.
And that will lead us to break as the Tigers with 10:33. The Rattlers will show a little 3-quarter, full-court pressure. Tigers break it.
And it's not so much how many points Roper can score, but it's when you score them. Coming off the bench, hitting that clutch jumper, taking some pressure off of slumping play.
Last time these two clubs met was Roper's freshman year back in and he scored 16 points against A&M. Noko in the paint. Left-handed shot, no good. Tipped around. Ojukwu comes away with the rebound. Roper looking for Harrison. Here's Ojukwu from 12. Got it. Ojukwu with 5 in the contest. Tigers now a double-digit lead at 19-8.
Ojukwu was a star, a high school player here in the state of South Carolina. Stayed at home to play his college ball.
Foster will work it to Rutley. Back outside Foster. Tigers have outscored now 4 to A&M 10-0 over about the last 4.5.
And that's the problem for the Rattlers. They don't know who their go-to man is when you get in a situation where you desperately need a hoop. They don't have that go-to guy yet.
And the Tigers create a turnover. Here comes Roper. Keeps the dribble alive. Foul line jumper. Yes. And that's enough for Byron Samuels to come off the Rattlers bench and call a timeout here. So right now things are flowing offensively.
Standing finish to last season, and you think if they were healthy going into that SMU game in the Final Four of the NIT that they may have accomplished even more. But this is a confident team, a team that was excited to get the season going, knowing that the postseason is a real possibility this year.
Another turnover generated by the Tigers. Roper will drive it left side off the glass and good. Well, the natural lefty took it to his strong hand. Roper now with 7 points to lead the way for the Tigers. Last basket for Florida A&M came at the 14:23 mark. So we've gone almost 6 minutes without a basket for the Rattlers. Here's Craig Bowman driving it left side of the lane. Will dump it off. Jumper no good. Battle for the rebound. Loose ball comes out. Harrison on the floor diving after it. And I believe they're going to say he touched it while he was out of bounds. Kind of like the hustle of the senior, DeMarcus Harris.
And Florida A&M is going to do one thing. They're going to play hard. They're going to get down and get on the floor as well. That's the one thing you can control if you're the Coach Sanders. You know, if the talent level's not there, if the chemistry's not there, you can build on that. But the one thing you can demand every night from your team, play hard, play aggressive, and play the way you want them to play.
DeVoe and Hall back in as Harrison and Roper check out. Bowman's jumper from the right high post, no good. Tigers in transition. Hall. DeVoe left open from 19. Air ball. Rebounded by Bowman. Lead pass to Spicer. Our first look here at Jonathan Spicer in the game. Back outside to Craig Bowman. Hello, Valentin. Inside the reverse layup. Nice move there by the big. Lawson game in the paint. Whistle before the shot.
Boy, Blossom game's another weapon that could really blossom for the Tigers this year. Has battled injuries, that very unfortunate injury before he even suited up for the Clemson.
picked up by Roper. Rutley. Gave DeVoe on him. 20 seconds of shot clock, driving it into the lane and drawing the foul. A nice move there by Foster. Realized he had a little lane, Bob, and able to drive it into traffic.
Well, Foster's only 5'9", and he's in there going up against a 7-footer and comes out with 2 free throws for the effort.
So Jerron Foster misses the first one. At Brunswick Community College, Foster averaged 9.6 assists and 2.6 steals per game.
From Winston-Salem, the hometown of the head coach.
Yep. So he's 1 of 2 at the strike. 52-26. A 26-point lead for the Tigers. Ajukwa. Josh Smith. DeVoe will feed it to Roper.
DeVoe, the only Tiger with some playing time who hasn't scored yet.
Smith trying to get it down low to Jete, stolen away by the Rattlers. Rocha into the paint, puts up the floater off the glass and good. Nice move.
Just Florida A&M's shown a little bit of spark, and again, it begins at the defensive end.
Roper off the bounce will draw the foul. So Roper will go to the line to shoot 2. Foster got him. Just something about being able to score off the dribble.
And Foster had some help there. He didn't need to reach in. He had good defensive position from his big man down low.
Roper, who had 9 first-half points, still looking for his first point here in the second half as he misses the first one off the back of the rim.
Nice crowd here today for Friday night Little John Coliseum. Still football season, a lot of high school football going on a Friday night, but a nice vocal crowd, and I think they're excited to see Grantham for 1, and 2, excited to bring that momentum over from last year. This was a great home court advantage for Clemson during the NIT tournament last year, and they really saw how they could feed off this crowd, and it goes both ways. The crowd has a good time. They want to come back. They're excited about basketball season beginning, and they showed up here today, and they're making some noise. It's a good crowd, and basketball is definitely back at Clemson.
See a little reach-in foul here against Ajukwa, and one of the things, Bob, we haven't mentioned, Tigers playing here this year. They won't though next. We're going to get a total new house, total new redo of Little John. Clemson not to play next year. They're going to play over in Greenville while Little John is being renovated. Jumper short. Rebound out to Roper. Doesn't have the numbers, so slow it down. DeVoe. Austin Ajukwa down the lane. Dumps it out to Roper. 4-3. No. Rebounded by the Rattlers. Rutley into the forecourt. Still the man-to-man by Clemson. Bowman. Rocha. Ball knocked out of bounds by Ajukwa as he read the passing lane. And we're going to get a timeout. It's going to be called here by Florida A&M. So a timeout on the floor at the 14-12 mark here in this second half. Clemson right now in cruise mode, leading it 53-28. And 3 coming up. Feed it down low, and Ajukwa trying to reject the big man down low, and they call him for the foul.
This shot blocking is contagious, isn't it?
Well, let's take a look at this. Ajukwa, yeah, got him with the body. Coming in and just got him with the body.
Now, Ajukwa is only 6'6". He's not the 6'10" guy, but look at those long arms that allow him to get up and make the block.
Oh, yeah, he may be 6'6", but he plays more like about 6'9" with the long wingspan. As Emmanuel Hello Valentin banks one in.
He called it. I heard him.
Second one on the way. No good. Jete with the rebound. 53-29. Tigers by 24. Under 14 to go. Ajukwa into the paint. Stops and pops from 12. No good. Jete trying to follow and will draw the foul. Tipped it up once. Didn't go. Came down with it. Went back up strong.
Well, the one thing Clemson has struggled with today is they have not shot the ball extremely well, either inside or outside. But the one thing they've done very well, offensive rebounds.
That was on Jordan Jackson. So here's Chete, 2 of 3 from the foul line so far tonight. Make it 2 of 4 as that one falls out. Here's a guy that last season was just 2 of 12 from the charity stripe. Second free throw on the way, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Ojukwu comes away with it.
Another offensive board for the Tigers.
Roper out front will direct the offensive attack. DeVoe back to Roper, still against now a little man-to-man pressure, dumping it low. Chete in the paint, trying to get it outside of DeVoe. It was knocked away. There's your offensive rebounds, Bob, you're talking about. So the Tigers have doubled up the Rattlers in that category, 12-6.
A lot of that is the size advantage, but a lot of that is just aggressiveness and positioning. And missing shots, too. That's the other element of getting the offensive rebound. You got to miss the shot before you grab it.
32nd timeout called here by Brad Brownell. So he'll go to the second half. He's got 13 now in the game. Redley off the baseline, an air ball. Chete there. Quick outlet. Ojukwu. Going to go the other way. Shot up, no good. Rebound out. And here's DeVoe stepping in a passing lane and come up with a steal. And into the hands of Roper. Man-to-man action here by the Rattlers. Smith will drive it down the paint, put up the shot, no good, but drew the foul. They'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Josh Smith is a guy, Bob, that has changed his body since last year, dropped about 15-20 pounds.
And you can see a little bit more quickness this year than he's had in years past, but still that big enough body that when he's there, you know it. He'll get you out of the way. He takes up a lot of space, and he may continue to slim down as the season goes on. And, you know, size doesn't necessarily equate to strength. In this situation with Josh, the more weight he seems to lose, the stronger he seems to get, the more durability he has as well.
Well, Mario K-Relieve has now fouled out of this game.
Well, he's been battling down low with a host of centers and forwards that are much taller and much stronger than him down low, so he's battled throughout the game.
Josh Smith strokes home the first free throw. Second opportunity coming, 57-29. Clemson with the lead. And the second one is in and out, no good. Rutley into the forecourt. Florida A&M. Feeds it off to Foster. I like these two guards. I think they're going to be all right in the Mid-Eastern Atlantic Conference. Rutley on the right wing with 10 on the shot clock, working against Ojukwu. Step back. Air ball. Chete comes down awkwardly and will travel. And he came down. Looked like he had his own man underneath him.
Yeah, and Rutley's got a little bit of hitch in that jump shot of his. He has that little bit of delay, a little bit of double clutch there. It sometimes seems to be more of a hindrance than a help for him.
So Ojukwu will check out. And Marcus Harrison back into the Clemson lineup. Foster to inbound. Also to Rutley. He'll be picked up by Harrison. Out front, Spicer. Hello, Valentin. Feed it once again to Spicer. Rutley, ball fake, drives into the paint. Tried to float it in and blocked out of bounds by Smith. And that will lead us to a timeout. So the Tigers playing some interior defense and also getting it done offensively. Roper outside the arc for three. Tigers leading it big over the Rattlers of Florida A&M. 43 left in the contest. Don Munson, Bob Mahalik along with you.
Three-point arc started clapping, saying, I'm open out of instinct.
He can shoot the three ball now. Make no mistake about that. Hello, Valentin with a basket. And here's Blossomgame in the paint. Gets a little jumper to go down.
You know, as far as Martin goes, it's not just relating to the players, it's also relating to the coaching staff and sharing the experiences that Martin had here at Clemson, being part of a rebuild, if you will.
Hello, Valentin going to draw a double team on the low block and will be guilty of a double dribble.
Well, one thing Florida A&M and Coach need to improve upon before they slide down Interstate 85 and head to Spartanburg to play USC Upstate is they've got to take better care of the basketball. They are not a good enough basketball team right now to be careless. They have to treasure every possession. They have not done that tonight.
Noko down low will get fouled before the shot. We're going to go against Jared Foster. That'll be his fourth. The 9th team foul against the Rattlers, so a 1-and-1 here for Noko.
Would that have been a mismatch there? 35 against 5, 6'10 against 5'9?
Yeah. Noko hits the first for a big. Strokes the ball well. Last year, 58.3%. Made it to the line 72 times. Was able to convert 42. Second one, the bonus, in and out, no good. The Tiger lead at 29. It's 60-31. 10.5 minutes left. Foster picks up his dribble. Finally gets it to Rutley. 15 in the shot clock. Fadeaway jumper is good by Bastian.
And they missed his offense early in that first half when he sat out for a good 16 minutes.
Noko down low. Feeds it outside Grantham for 3. No. Offside rebound by the Rattlers. Rutley will feed it to Foster. Rod Hall, and we're going to get a timeout that's going to be called here by Florida A&M. Will this be a 30 or a full? This will be a 30. So a 30-second timeout called by Byron Samuels.
And Coach Samuels up on the road, that's for sure. I mean, these first couple of weeks are going to be very difficult, but I think when all is said and done, it's going to be a fantastic learning experience, and it's going to be almost like taking off the ankle weights. They're going to play some home games in conference, and it's going to seem a little easier. Up big in the second half of a ball game, under 10 minutes to go, and he's still playing that outstanding pressure defense.
9.5 left in the contest. Clemson comes on the attack and will draw a foul. That's 17 turnovers now against the Rattlers, and Noko will go to the line to shoot a couple here. 10 team fouls, so Clemson will be shooting 2 the rest of the way. Noko just 1 of 2 at the line not long ago, and he misses the first one here. Noko 8 points, 3 rebounds here tonight.
Coach Brown now, despite the fact that he's on his way to a big opening night win, we'll have some things to work on. The free throw shooting hasn't been perfect. The outside shooting's been a little bit weak. Coaches always find something to work on.
Oh, absolutely. There's never a perfect game. Spicer with Grantham on him. Driving it on the left baseline. Block was Bowman. Harrison comes away with it. Lob pass Grantham. The youngster has been impressive tonight.
Again, it starts with the defense. A block at one end. Grantham running the floor very well. Great control of his body. Wasn't exactly a perfect alley-oop, but he was able to put it home, and here comes another.
Here's Rod Hall off the steal by Noko. Blocked from behind. Blossom game from 6 and good.
You can see that spark play that Grantham gives him with that alley-oop. The same thing KJ McDaniels did for this team. And all of a sudden, energy level goes up. 5 seconds later, you're forcing another turnover, getting another hoop at the other end, and almost another.
Grantham going to, I believe, be guilty of the reach in. Nope, they're going to get Noko.
Well, Grantham certainly has announced his presence here tonight, and I think a lot of the people that showed up to watch the Clemson Tigers knew what they were getting in all the returning players and all the returning starters, but they were excited to see about this freshman Grantham that was going to get a chance to start. A rarity for the Clemson Tigers, a freshman starting in his first game, and I don't see how anybody can be disappointed with the play of 1-5 so far tonight.
Emmanuel Hello Valentin brings rain as he makes the first free throw. 65-34, 8:28 left. second free throw no good. Blossomgame claims their boards. Hall, Harrison, 3-ball. Got it. Scoring in transition are the Tigers. 68-34.
Harrison now in double digits.
Jumper good by Bastian.
That's a big bucket there. Clemson was getting ready to look like to go on another big run, but the Rattlers had at least an answer there.
Noko and one.
This is the fastest pace we've seen to this Clemson offense so far tonight. I mean, they have scored 6 points in the last 30 seconds. Usually they've been taking a lot of time off the clock, but they've really picked up the tempo here in the late second half.
So the block by Harrison will lead to the lob to Grantham. Tigers up big, 70-36.
The court to get the ball.
Grantham and Harrison each with 10. Excuse me, Roper leading the scoring column with 13 points. So 5 players here tonight in double figures for the Tigers. Bowman trying to drive, knocked away Grantham, picked up by Harrison. Then Harrison has it tipped away. Back come the Rattlers into the hands of Bowman. Missed the layup. Boston gained the rebound. Tigers in transition. Noko off the bounce pass. Too easy.
Good release by Noko, in and out of the hands quickly. And of course, it is a little easier when you've got the height advantage. Might not be that easy come ACC play, but he's showing a lot of skill and some good hands down low for the Tigers. A very improved player, as I think a lot of the Tigers are this season.
73-36, 7 minutes to go. Lobbing it inside. Noko will knock that away. They're trying to get it down low to Pello Valentin.
Noko being very aggressive, a confident player, you know, at both ends of the court. You know, he's going to get the reputation of being a shot blocker, and he is, but you're seeing tonight he has some offensive skills, and as a player, when you're doing good things on the court, doesn't matter if it's offense or defense, you have that confidence, you play with aggression.
Pello Valentin will feed it down low, Spicer, and the ball knocked out of bounds by the Tigers.
Hey, 10 seconds. Here we go, under the hook.
Off the baseline, the inbound, the Spicer driving it inside and walked with it. He got in among the trees, nowhere to go.
That's no man's land. But you got to give Florida A&M credit. They are attacking the big guys of the Clemson Tigers. I mean, you know, you played in the playgrounds. You know what it's like to get a shot blocked. It's not fun, but they continue to be aggressive, continue to go to the basket, and even though they're turning the basketball over, the Rattlers at least aren't sitting back. They're taking some of the game to Clemson, trying to make something positive happen.
Grantham picks up the foul on the drive and will earn himself a couple of free throws. Foul was on Spicer, his second.
And we knew A&M would have some issues protecting the basketball with this youth and inexperience, but what a tough challenge it is to come in here and play such a good defensive team. I mean, these guards, you know, Rutley and Foster, under a lot of pressure tonight. I don't think they'll see this type of pressure the rest of the season.
Grantham's second free throw is good. He's got 12. 4 of 9 from the field. And out front, unforced turnover. Bowman drove the pivot foot.
And Bowman's a true freshman.
Turnover number 20 on the night for the Rattlers. Bowman and Spicer will both check out as Blossomgame will inbound it to Hall and then get it right back in the forecourt. Harrison right corner. Blossomgame in the paint. Noko, this time the left-handed hook, no good. Rebounded by Bastian. Florida A&M with 20 turnovers here tonight, just 5 for the Tigers.
Tigers getting ready to make the wholesale 5-for-5 substitution.
Foster, a little jumper inside, no good. Blossomgame with a rebound. Hall trying the no-look pass, batted away and right back to him. Blossomgame, ball fake into the paint. Short jumper, no good. Rebounded by Bastian. Foster in the forecourt. Give it to Bastian. Swing it to Rutley. Here's a jumper from 18. Hello Valentin, no good. Rebounded out of there. Noko went to the floor.
Grantham's so aggressive, he's out battling his own teammates.
It's all right.
I think Grantham really likes that left wing, too. He seems to be setting up, wanting that three-pointer in the corner.
Harrison, Grantham, the Hall. Inside, Noko, hack from behind, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Bastian, and that was all he could do, was just grab hold of big number 35.
Well, he was out of position, 35, in perfect position, and he surrenders. No mas.
His fourth foul on Bastian. Noko, 14 points, 3 rebounds.
And you can see on Bastian, he has that black eye, that mouse underneath the eye from an inadvertent fist that he caught early, very early in the first half. And he's played a strong offensive game here in the second half, but they really missed him in the first half. He will sit now. His night's probably done. But as the season progresses, I think 21 for the Rattlers is going to be one of those players that does step up and help them win some games.
Noko missed the first. Second opportunity good. And Landry will check out. His night probably done. So he'll go to the bench with 15 points. Chate back in.
Well, it's that part of the game where everybody gets in, but this whole game has been everybody gets in for the Clemson Tigers.
Jumper no good by Roshan. Rebounded inside. Rutley, he puts up a shot, no good. Josh Smith away with it, knocked away. Rutley comes away with it, fades and fires, no good. Smith again claims the rebound. Hands are active in the paint. DeVoe. Ojukwu swinging it to Roper. 18 on the shot clock, gives it to DeVoe. Ojukwu right corner. Outside DeVoe, he'll take that three. No good. Smith battle on the boards for the rebound and will get fouled. So Rutley guilty of the foul. Smith being active. 6 rebounds, 3 of them on the offensive end.
That goes back to being in a little bit better condition this year.
Missed the first free throw. The Tigers now 14 of 23 from the line tonight. It's under 60%. Smith able to hit the second one though.
That's good math, Don.
77-36. Foster top the key, working against Roper, and we have an off-ball foul that will go here.
And we mentioned that earlier. That's about the 5th or 6th time they've had an off-ball foul, and they just continue to waste possessions.
So that will bring us to our final official timeout. 3:59 left. Josh Smith or Noko in the lane, helping the Tigers to a big lead in favor of Clemson. If you take a look at the Tiger bench, and it's all smiles over there. Jackson out front, throws it away. Ojukwu steps into the paint. Down he goes and will dunk it home. Just stepped right into the lane. Did Austin Ojukwu. And an easy 2 for number 1.
Ojukwu now with 7, had a couple of big baskets coming off the bench early in the first half, and that's what Coach Brownell would like to see. How do you react to game situations? When he came in that first half, it still was very much a competitive game. He hit a couple of shots, and now he's getting some quality playing time here in the closing minutes and playing well again.
Almost had another steal. Ojukwu 7 points, 4 rebounds off of that Clemson bench. Took a look at Patrick Brooks. I mean, you see Ojukwu steps in that passing lane and then a free run to the basket.
Brooks and DeVoe, the only 2 Tigers who have seen playing time who haven't scored yet. We'll see if that mission is completed here in the final 3 minutes.
DeVoe will feed it to Ojukwu, lobbing it inside, looking for Chate. Knocked away. Smith, though, picks it up, lays it up and in. Sometimes you just got to be in the right spot. 81-36. Tigers just continue to stretch out that lead. 2:45 left. Foster, a juke on him. Tigers have been in man-to-man the entire night. Foster left high post. Shaw back to Foster. Shot clock at 8. Foster step back. Shot an air ball. Saved though inbounds, but to Gabe DeVoe. DeVoe, forecourt, Ojukwu. Here's Rooks looking for 3. Got it. Rooks out of the left corner. The lefty gets his first points in a Clemson uniform.
Congratulations, your first bucket as a big-time college basketball player is a 3 for Rooks, a young man, a redshirt freshman out of the Charlotte, North Carolina area. You think he's going to enjoy when they make those trips at the Packville Road in the ACC season? Grew up around that stuff, and great to see him on the board. Now we need to get DeVoe on the board.
And we'll get Riley McGillen. Then we'll check in. Walk on from Fort Mill, South Carolina. He was a manager for Brad Brownell's team the last couple of years, but walk on and able to work his way on the team.
Yeah, his father Marty was an assistant coach under Brad Brownell, so he's a son of a coach. Obviously basketball is in his blood. You may see the loudest roar tonight if McGillen can knock one down.
Rudley knocked the first one home. Second one on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Controlled by A&M, and taking it strong was Bastian. And he draws the foul on his way to the hole. Jete will be guilty of the foul.
Jete got the clean block, but watch the elbow as he gets it right into the side there and gets him with the body. Don't think you'll see a lot of Clemson Tigers games this year where they score 84 points, but they'll take it tonight for sure. I think this is still a team, despite some of the athleticism we've seen tonight, that's going to want to play games in the 60s come conference play.
Well, what has been the label under Brad Brownell is that they've been able to limit teams to generally under 50 points and play those close games. Jete inside misses the short shot. Rebounded by the Rattlers, and here they come on transition. Foster will stop and pop for 3, no good. And the ball will be tipped out of bounds by Jordan Jackson as he tried to claim the rebound. 1:36 left. Ojukwu will inbound it to DeVoe. Rooks. Back to DeVoe. Ojukwu will fire the 3. No. Jete trying to keep it alive, does so, but tips it into the hands of Foster. Foster on transition, drives it strong to the hole, try to dump it off to Jackson. Loose ball chased down, 3 ball, no good. Jackson with an offensive rebound in the paint, puts up the jumper and good. Jordan Jackson makes it 84-39 with 62 seconds left. McGillen. Everybody yelling for him to shoot. He will. Got it! The walk-on.
You know, in golf, they say there's a Tiger roar, there's a Jack Nicklaus roar, there's a McGillen roar in Little John Coliseum. It's unlike any other.
Bastian fires a jumper, no good. Jete comes away with it. Gives it to Rooks. Rooks driving it left side will force up the jumper as he drew the foul on Foster. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple with 32.3 seconds left in regulation. That'll be the 5th on Foster.
They'll be watching this highlight reel of McGill. Well, that's not the one. It's the follow-up there. But Riley McGill's family, they'll break out the highlight reel. They'll show that over and over again. Don't know how many opportunities he's going to get to play this season, but he took advantage of it there. Nice-looking shot from the corner. Little hang time, dip, and make.
Rooks at the line to shoot 2. His first one is up, no good. Here's a look at McGillen's bucket.
Watch the hang time. Hang and hit. Look at the bench. You think he just won the Final Four with that jumper.
The fade and the fire. Rooks misses a pair. Bowman in the forecourt. 25 seconds left. Bowman outside for three. No. Offside rebound. Comes to Bastian. He'll fade and fire from 7 and knock it down with 8.3 seconds left. 86-41. McGillen will get the inbounds pass. Feed in the forecourt to Austin Ojukwu, and that will be that. The Tigers win the opener, downing the Rattlers of Florida A&M 86. Atlantic Coast Conference. Those 10 wins, by the way, only the 4th time that Clemson has done that in their ACC history. As the opening tip will be controlled by Noko, and the Tigers will come at it on the offensive attack. A&M will pick up in a little man-to-man pressure. Here's Grantham. Looking inside and Blossom game. He will not be shy about taking the three. Up no good, and a whistle, and already a foul called inside.
You see immediately the size of Clemson paying off as Noko's able to get position and draw the foul, and he's going to be difficult to handle. He's got the quickness and he's got the size, and simply it's a matter of Rattlers not having enough size to put up with Clemson, so we could see a lot of down-low play tonight for the Tigers.
Curry Lee guilty of the foul, his first and the team's first. DeMarcus Harrison will feed it to Grantham. They'll come over here to Rod Hall in the paint. Blossom game, working around the perimeter of this defense of the Rattlers, and we're going to get ball that is knocked out of bounds by A&M. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Coach Burnell likes to run that motion offense. Last year with KJ McDaniels, he had the luxury of running the offense through McDaniels, but this year it's back to a more comfortable rotating the ball, working for that good high percentage shot with a lot of touches.
2-3 zone, little skip pass to Harrison. He'll fire the three. No good. Rebounded outside. Foster. A&M looking to run with it. Rutley will feed it back outside to Foster. Tigers will pick up in man-to-man. Coverleaf will lead it to Foster out front. Played at Brunswick Community College last year, did Foster. Out front, Roshaw will lose it out of bounds, and a turnover.
And that could be the story of the night. You've got that very experienced team of Clemson applying that great defensive pressure. And let's face it, these young players from the Rattlers have got to be a little bit nervous. Not only are they playing for the first time for this university, but it's the first game of the year, and they're a little uncomfortable a little bit, I'm sure, as well.
2 shots so far for the Tigers. Both of them have come outside the arc. Still looking for our first points in this ball game. A&M goes to the zone pressure. Here's Grantham with his first shot in a Tiger uniform, short. And here comes A&M the other way. And they'll lose it out of bounds as once again Foster will lose it out of bounds. Second turnover. 18:27 to go here first half. And looking for our first points. We'll watch the replay here. Grantham off the left wing, working around the perimeter. Harrison back outside to Hall. Rod Hall will give it to DeMarcus Harrison. Now they'll dump it low. Noko. Outside Hall will drive it into the paint, put up the floater and knock it down. So Rod Hall gets our first points of the night. Comes at the 18:02 mark. 2-0 in favor of Clemson.
76 career start for Hall tonight. And the guys matching up against him have 0. Or 2 minutes worth of play now.
3 ball no good. Rebounded by the Tigers inside. Grantham, for a big guy, can handle it. He gives it to Harrison to the hole. Can't finish. Rebounded inside. And here come the Rattlers in transition. Nice little pump fake looking inside. Foster throws it away. Hall comes up with it. Lead pass. Grantham. 4-0 Tigers. Well,
the Rattlers are a little rattled right now here the first 3 minutes of their season. Turned the ball over a couple of times. They need that one basket to settle down and relax a little bit.
Down inside, and a foul call here on Landry Noko. He bodied up against Roshaw. So Noko's first, team's first.
Good penetration cut. Actually, the foul's going to be there on Grantham.
Yeah, they call it on Grantham. Excuse me.
I'm sure Grantham eager to get on that shot blocking parade at Clemson.
No doubt.
The Tigers, the leading shot blocking team in the ACC last year.
So George Rosa steps up there and knocks the first one home. Second opportunity coming. And it's a 4-2 lead for the Tigers. Tigers will break the pressure. Harrison in the forecourt. Rod Hall will find Grantham left corner for three. Got it. 5 early points for Dante Grantham, the young freshman.
This could be a night of first. First field goal, first foul, first three-pointer.
Foster takes it strong to the hoop. Noko is there. Foster gets his own rebound. Will feed it offside and a hoop and a harm. So Karelev will get the basket and a foul.
The big Bulgarian getting to the hoop and drawing some harm there. And, you know, Coach didn't have much time to do a lot of recruiting, so he searched all over. The Bahamas, Bulgaria, Washington State, handful of players from Florida. It's a very diverse roster for the Rattlers.
Big left-hander strokes the free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Teron Blossomgame with the rebound. Quick lead pass, Harrison picked up. Looking in the left corner, Grantham. Rod Hall against the zone pressure. And an off-ball foul, and that foul will go against Landry Noko, and there will be Noko's first. Team's third. So 16:21 to go here first half, and the Tigers lead at 7-4. Here comes Sidi Chite in the ball game as Noko will go to the bench. Chite, a sophomore, 6'10", 240-pounder from Senegal. Rutley will give it off to Foster. Back over to Rutley. Picked up there by Harrison. Roshan will step back, take the jumper. No good, batted around. Scramble for it, loose ball, and A&M will come away with it. Shot clock violation, though. Did not get it to the front of the rim. And with that, we will head off the break. So the Tigers here at the first time out, leading at 7-4. They